Hello friends, this is Anand Dodumani here. I am going to engage a session on how to brand yourself as a go-to kind of a LIS professional. I thank the organizers, that is the Government First Grade College Hunugund, especially Dr. S.L. Patil, the program director, for considering me for this task. I'll try my best to give justice to the assignment. At the outset, I would like to thank the entire team of the GFGC Hungun for conceptualizing this FDP, which is very flexible in nature and enables the participants to complete the course as per their convenience. Organizing a week-long FDP like this requires a meticulous planning and careful execution at all levels, and I really appreciate the efforts of the team GFGC Hungun in this regard. Before I go any further, it becomes my responsibility to introduce myself to you all. At present, I am working as an assistant librarian at level 12 of UGC pay structure with Tata Institute of Social Sciences, Mumbai. I am also a regular faculty in the Center for Library and Information Management Studies at the same university. I hold my PhD degree in Library and Information Science from Karnataka University, Dharwad. Prior to joining TIS in the year 2012, I have worked for the Department of Collegiate Education Karnataka, Hashu Advani College of Special Education Mumbai, Pillai's College of Arts, Commerce and Science Navi Mumbai, and Indira Gandhi Institute of Development Research in Mumbai on various capacities. Friends, this is what I can say, an outline of my presentation. You can also call it as an agenda of this session. To start with, we will discuss in general about the topic, that is how to brand yourself as go-to kind of a library science professional. So in order to better understand the topic, it is very essential to first understand the role the library and information centers are playing in today's world. Then we will make some efforts to understand the essentials of librarianship, which is very important to understand the topic in a better way. We will also discuss about the status of librarians on the academic campuses, whether the librarians are really recognized for their hard work and their efficient services. If the people, the faculty members or students are not recognizing their services, the services of the librarians, or whether they are underestimating the importance of librarians on the campuses. If yes, what could be the reason for that? That all we will discuss. And the next important point of our discussion will be on how to become go-to kind of a professional, because we cannot become go-to kind of a professional overnight. It requires a lot of hard work and patience, and that we will discuss what is actually required to become go-to kind of a professional. And thereafter we will also try to understand the strategies that we need to adopt, okay, to brand ourselves as the dependable librarians or go-to kind of a person at our workplaces. So at last, we will recap whatever that we are going to discuss in this session. Are you ready for the session? Fantastic. Then we will start. Dear friends, let's begin with understanding what does go-to person mean, whom we can call go-to person. The famous names, like Michael Jordan, a famous basketball player of America, and the names of Rahul Dravid, MS Dhoni, Sachin Tendulkar. These are the famous cricketers. And Narendra Modi, Arvind Kejriwal, the famous politicians of Indian politics, and Anand Kumar, who ran Super 30 program for IIT in Patna and who inspired the Bollywood movie Super 30. And you must have heard about Arunachalam Muruganathan, a person who created a machine to manufacture affordable sanitary pads. These are the people who fought all odds to become successful. They faced all kinds of humiliation and failed a number of times before tasting success. Please remember that you need not be famous in order to be called as go-to kind of a person. In simple terms, Go-to person is someone who is reliable, who is knowledgeable, who is helpful, and who is always ready to shoulder the responsibility. It means that the person whom you approach first, or a person about whom you think first whenever you need any kind of help or any kind of solution to a problem that you are facing, can be called as go to person. For example, if you are feeling sad and your friend always makes you laugh, then your friend is the go to person to make you feel better. If you take another example, if your student or a faculty member is looking for some information for their studies or for preparation of lecture, and he or she comes to you for help, then you are the go to person for his information needs. It is not very difficult to brand yourself as go to kind of a person, and at the same time it is not very easy to. It requires a lot of hard work, patience, sincerity, positive attitude, commitment, and moreover, a helping nature to brand yourself as a dependable person and thereby earning a name go to kind of a person. In this session, we will try to learn how to brand ourselves as go to kind of LIS professionals. And before that, it is essential to understand the role of library and information centers in the society and what is in fact expected of us as LIS professionals. Friends, libraries have become more important today than any time in the history. This can be proved by the record number of visitors visiting the library for various services. At present, the COVID-19 has disrupted services in almost all sectors, including the academia, and the libraries are also impacted severely due to it. But I feel that it is a temporary problem which will be resolved over the time. Today, the libraries have become closer to their users by adopting various technological advancements. Electronic journals, electronic databases, electronic books, etc., have become an integral part of the libraries, and the libraries are striving hard to provide seamless access to their users by using various platforms like library websites, digital library platforms, and the remote access facilities. E-reference service, selective dissemination of information, current awareness service. These are the some of other services provided by the libraries to keep their users updated about the latest developments. We cannot imagine the libraries without the trained and qualified LIS professionals. They are the people, the librarians are the people who are silently working behind the screens to ensure that the right people should get the right information at the right time. Let us understand more about the librarianship and the qualities required to become a successful librarian or LIS professional. The first important personal quality a successful librarian should have is a varied knowledge of books. A librarian or a LIS professional should have a diverse knowledge or a wide knowledge of books from all genres and in all areas. Suppose if a visitor comes to you asking for your recommendation for a good novel, the librarian, you as a librarian, should be in a position to guide him properly. So, this sort of knowledge doesn't come from your LIS degree, but it will come from reading all sorts of books, all types of books, and by exploring different subjects. The second most important personal quality a LIS professional should have is helpfulness. So we the librarians spend large part of our work day helping library visitors. One visitor may ask us for our help in finding a suitable book for his research, while another may come and ask for our assistance in accessing a particular database. Though we are busy with our routine work like shelving the return books and ordering for new items for our collection and other administrative work, so we should behave in a friendly manner with the library users. A successful librarian or a LIS professional is always willing to help his user in whatever way the user wishes him to help. The third important personal quality a successful librarian or a LIS professional should have is a sense of organization. A library must be organized in a systematic order to make it useful for the library users. Okay, so we the librarians arrange all books in the library subject wise by following certain classification scheme. So it is also our responsibility, our duty to ensure that the books are not displaced or wrongly shelved in the library. If it is so, it becomes impossible for the next user to find that book easily in the library. Okay, a successful librarian will do the shelf checking periodically to ensure that the library collection is organized in order so that the users can find the required books easily without wasting their time. The next important personal quality of a successful LIS professional is a love for reading. A successful librarian or a LIS professional is very fond of reading. If you see the successful librarians, so you will notice that they are very fond of reading. They read during their lunch break, they read while they are traveling, they read in the evening, they read at their weekends. A love for reading enriches the knowledge of a librarian and enables him to give his honest opinion about a novel, about a biography, of any other type of book if he has already read it. Friends, now let us discuss something about the importance of librarians. Librarians play a vital role in any academic and research organization. Please look at these two pictures and you will understand the important role, a crucial role a librarian plays in any research activity. You take any research team, you will find a librarian or information expert as a team member, because information is vital to any research and it becomes essential to have a person who is expert in that field. Friends, in spite of their hard work, sincerity, and selfless service, the librarians are not getting that recognition for which they deserve in an academic or research institute. What could be the reason for that? Is it because the work of librarians, is less important? Is it because their job is non-essential? Is it due to the monotonous nature of the job of librarians? Is it because they are not active? Is it because their weak communication skills? The reason could be anything. Friends, I'll give you one example on how people view librarians in the society. So you must have observed that when you meet people in social or academic gatherings, you please observe their reactions when you introduce yourself as librarian. Suddenly they form a kind of perception about you and they say, oh, I see you're a librarian, a cool job without any kind of stress. So this is the statement you listen from them. It's a general perception of the people that librarians are a boring custodians who sit behind a computer tapping at the keyboard and occasionally looking up to the people to be quiet. So this is a general perception of people about the librarians. It is not their fault, it is the fault of the librarians, because the librarians have failed to brand themselves as active people on the campus. Before we learn how to brand ourselves as go-to kind of a LIS professional, it is very important to understand what are the basic qualities, what are the basic traits that we need to possess in order to become, or in order to brand ourselves as go-to kind of a person, or a kind of Mr. Dependable in our respective institutions. Let us try to understand librarianship as a profession. So we all are librarians, and I don't think there is a need to explain what is librarianship, but still it is better to have a look at the definition given by one of the experts. He says librarianship is a profession that is concerned with acquiring and organizing collection of books and related materials in libraries and servicing readers with these resources. When you see this definition, you will understand that the librarianship is all about acquisition of books and other materials, organization of these materials by way of classification, providing access to the required resources through catalog and other search tools, providing various services such as book lending service, reference service, referral service, interlibrary loan service, selective dissemination of information and current awareness service, compilation of bibliography, online services nowadays such as remote access to electronic resources subscribed by the libraries. And if you are having a digital library, and providing access to such digital library so also includes in the list of the services that are provided by today's librarians. Apart from these functions, we the librarians are also involved in our routine activities such as shelving books once they are returned to the library, and assisting visitors whenever they visit the library, and locating resources on behalf of them in the opaque, and also maintenance of building infrastructure. But the main aim of a librarian or a LIS professional is to help the visitor to find the right information at the right time. Though we all are doing all these common functions in our respective libraries, there are few personal qualities or traits which are considered as necessary for the success as a LIS professional. We will look into those personal qualities. Okay. Friends, the most determining factor to become a go-to kind of LIS professional is one's own personality. If you have a likable personality, you will receive better treatment in your professional circle as well as at your workplaces. Because when people enjoy being around you, you will be treated better and you will be viewed as a go-to kind of a person. So, your personality is the main factor. You need to work on it and brand yourself as a go-to kind of a LIS professional. The first and foremost quality of a go-to kind of a person is being original. First, you know who you are and try to understand your strengths and weaknesses. You should try to, be original. Don't try to imitate others. Be yourself. When you act as the original you, the people start trusting you. Try to be confident and honest. Try to learn from others, but at the same time, don't compare yourself with others. Don't put unnecessary efforts to showcase yourself as someone else who you are not. If any library user comes to you seeking your help or recommendation about any academic or research matter, try to give your honest opinion. If you don't know something, be honest and convey the same to them. This approach creates a kind of trust. And please remember, do not try to give false opinion just to please people. Try to be original and act original. The second most important quality a go-to kind of a professional should have is respecting time. In order to be a dependable LIS professional, you need to learn to value your time and the time of others. Always try to be prepared, be organized, and try to be efficient at your work. Good preparation and organization brings discipline to your behavior, and when you are disciplined, you experience less stress. When you are disciplined and value your time, the people around you, your colleagues, will start appreciating your sense of duty, and start developing a kind of trust in you. So if they have any important work, they straight away come to you, because they know that you are the man who is always ready for any occasion. The third most important quality a go to kind of a person should have is avoid judging people. In order to become a go to kind of LIS professional, you need to be open and try not to judge people with your prejudices. You need to understand that all human beings are different and have different personal qualities. You need to accept that differences in people. Refrain yourself from criticizing people for their choices and for their decisions. When you appreciate people and accept them as they are, they will start developing good connections with you. They will then you naturally become a go-to kind of a person when necessity comes. During our day-to-day work, we meet several students, faculty members, and other visitors. If we adopt this strategy of never judging people and accepting them as they are, so we can enhance our personality as LIS professionals. The fourth important quality of a go-to kind of LIS professional is being a giver. In order to become a go-to kind of LIS professional, you need to practice giving. When you give yourself and your time to others, you become richer and deeper human being. When you practice giving, you discover a satisfaction of lending a helping hand to people who need it. As you are a LIS professional, many people approach you with different information needs. You need to give them your time. You need to assist them wholeheartedly in their search for information. Once you do it, your users will remember you for your kindness and appreciate your helpfulness. This will contribute to your success as a LIS professional at your workplace, and you naturally will become a go to kind of LIS professional for the people who are around you. Another important quality of a go to kind of LIS professional is showing interest in others. As a LIS professional, you need to show interest in others and the activities which are not directly connected to your profession. When you show interest in others, you will transform yourself as a great networker, because people will sense that you have no hidden agenda when you participate open-heartedly in the activities which are not directly concerning you and your profession. In academic campuses, especially in colleges and universities, various faculty members belonging to various disciplines, subject fields, are engaged in various activities such as conducting research, conducting seminars, conducting conferences, and so on. If you, as a LIS professional, show interest in such activities, the activities of other departments, and lend your helping hand voluntarily, then the people, your colleagues from other departments, will start appreciating you and you will become their go to kind of LIS professional when need arises. Friends, if you practice these tips and make a small change to your personality, you will become a go to kind of LIS professional and you can lead a professional life full of happiness and satisfaction. Friends, this is what I wanted to share with you about the topic assigned to me. I am thankful to the authorities of the government first grade college Hunugund, especially the director of this faculty development program, Dr. Patil, for giving me an opportunity to share some of my thoughts with my professional colleagues via this video clip. I once again thank you, GFGC Hunugund, and I wish you all success for this FDP. Thank you.